Welcome back to the Toronto Thunderbirds franchise here on Madden 25, and in today's episode we're jumping into week 3 against the Dallas Cowboys after we came off a loss to Philadelphia 34-17, but first we have some players to upgrade. Starting with, we have our rookie tight end Antoine Edmonds. We're going to upgrade his vertical threat, so he's going to go up to a 78 overall, 79 right now with a boost. He gets +2 to ball carrier vision, 3 to tackle, 2 to catching, 1 to run block power, short route, and trucking. Then we have defensive end Tony George, who we actually took in the 6th round, but does have a hidden dev trait. Obviously nowhere close to finding that out yet, but we are going to upgrade his power rusher trait, get him up to a 74, and he's going to get +1 to block shed, 2 to finesse, 1 to hit power, 4 to play rec, 1 to power move, and 2 to tackle. Looking at the Dallas Cowboys roster, they still are rolling with Dak Prescott, but he's down to an 83 overall. At running back is a 93 in Austin Bell. Over at wide receiver, they have a 99 overall in CD Lamb, probably going to be an issue for us considering Devontae Smith was. Then an 86 overall in Devin Stewart and an 81 in Jalen Tolbert. At tight ends, an 85 in Jake Ferguson. Left tackle is going to be an 83. Left guard is a 91. Center is an 83. Right guard is going to be an 80. And then right tackle is going to be a 75. Jumping over to their defense, they have a 77 overall at left end. At right end's a 79. Defensive tackle is going to be an 81. Outside linebacker is a 99 in Micah Parsons. Middle linebacker is an 80 overall. Right outside linebacker will be a 75. At corner, a 93 in Deron Bland and a 90 in Trayvon Diggs. Free safety is a 77, and strong safety will be an 83. Before we get into this game, there is one roster change that I made. Running back Keaton Mitchell, who is usually our starting running back, is going to be out for the next 2 weeks. I tried to roll with Keelan Wayne in the last game. It did not go well, so I have signed free agent Isaac Guerendo. I'm going to really hope I said his name right. He's a 76 overall running back, but does have 95 speed, 92 acceleration. I am hoping he can kind of add some explosiveness back to our offense that Keaton Mitchell was able to add. But it is now time to see if we can get a rebound game and take on the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see if we can get out of Dallas with a win. The Cowboys would get the ball first, but they face a 3rd and 13 now at the 27-yard line, a possible 3-and-out. Dak is back in shotgun. He will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to go deep downfield to a wide open man, and they are into Toronto territory. We are now going to jump a little bit further into the drive, where it's a 1st and goal from the 3. Dak will look to pass. He's dropping back, going to the back corner of the end zone, and that is going to be incomplete. Could not get 2 feet down. So now it'll be a shotgun set again. Austin Bell is in the backfield. You got to think they may go to him at some point on this. 2nd and goal, they give it to Bell, who goes up the middle, breaking tackles and getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Let's see how quarterback Ben Richardson and the offense will respond. It's a 3rd and 9 at the 31-yard line. Richardson out of shotgun, will look to pass. He's going to roll to the outside, now throw this on the run. That's caught by Jameson Williams, and he will try to fight to the marker, but he will not get there. That will be a 3-and-out. But thankfully for Toronto, our defense would force a punt on the next drive. We have now driven down to the Cowboys 23, where it's a 1st and 10. We'll fake it to the running back, going downfield. He finds his man, and that is down to the 2-yard line to set up a 1st and goal. It's Sidney Peters. And now a trip set at the bottom of your screen. In a shotgun formation, he will take the snap and look a quick pass to the end zone, and he finds Dylan Kruger. Touchdown, Toronto. We now jump into the second quarter, where it is a 3rd and 12 for Dallas at the Toronto 42. Dak will look to pass. It's a screen to the outside. Can we please make the tackle? Looking for blocks. He will not get there. Brings up a 4th down. It will also set up about a 53-yard field goal for the Cowboys, so we will stay in and see if they can make this one. The kick is away, and this one will be good. Our offense is looking to respond to that. On the ensuing drive, we have gotten down to the 14-yard line of the Cowboys. Ben Richardson in shotgun will send Kruger in motion. Now he looks to pass. A quick throw over the middle will be caught by Brian Duvall for just a gain of about 3 yards. Now with a 2nd and 7. Looks like Guerendo is still lined up at running back here. Will we go to him? And no, we will not. It's a play fake. Richardson looking to pass. He will throw it to Dylan Kruger on the outside, though, and that will set up a 3rd and 4 at the 8-yard line. Richardson back in shotgun one more time. Trying to convert on this play. Guerendo out of the backfield. A quick throw, and he will miss Dylan Kruger, and that sets up a 4th down. We should kick the field goal. So out comes our kicker, Glenn Griffin. I believe in his 2nd year here for about a 25-yard try, and we have tied it up at 10. The Cowboys are looking to break that tie, though. They have driven down to the Toronto 16-yard line with about 3:15 to go here in the half. It will be a handoff to Austin Bell, who goes up the middle and has the 1st down, setting up a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Dak will come out now in a 5-wide set this time. He is all on the backfield. We'll take the snap, and it's going to be a QB draw. He goes to the outside, and he is brought down to the 4. It's going to be another shotgun set for Dallas, but this time he does have Austin Bell with him in the backfield. Dak will take the snap and looks to pass. He's going to look to run again, and this time he will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. We would end up having to punt the ball on our next drive, and Dallas is now driven back down to the 5-yard line for a 1st and goal near the end of the first half, going to the end zone, and that one will be caught and a touchdown for the Cowboys. What an insane grab. All right, we would get the ball to start the second half, and in simulation, we drive right downfield and find Sidney Peters for a 22-yard touchdown, so we have made it a one-score game again. We would end up trading possessions, and now near the end of the third quarter, from the 5-yard line, they face a 1st and 5. It's a toss to the outside. He'll break that tackle, get to the edge, and then get brought down. That play would obviously take us into the final quarter of this game. 2nd and 7 from the 7. Dak out of shotgun, will drop back. He's going to roll to the outside and may try to take off, but Zach Harrison's right there, but he can't bring him down. He is going to be brought down by Tracy Wilcox to bring up a 3rd and 9. Prescott back in shotgun again from the 10-yard line. See if they go to Austin Bell. They do not here. He's dropping farther back, now dancing around the pocket a lot. Now rolling to the outside, and Dak is going to take off. Will he make it to the end zone? No, he will not. It brings up a 4th and 2 from the 2. But obviously the correct call here is a field goal with 9 minutes to go in the game to try to give them a 10-point lead. The kick is away, and it's good. This is obviously a massive drive for Toronto. It's 3rd and 4 from the Cowboys' 35. As Richardson will drop back to the pass. He's firing deep, and he finds Sidney Peters all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Under 6 minutes to play. It will be a handoff to the running back that we just signed. I believe that's the first time we've actually got to see him run the ball today. Brings up a 2nd and 9 now at the 12-yard line. Richardson back in shotgun. We go to Keelan Wayne this time to the outside, and Wayne will fight for the 1st down, setting up a 1st and goal. Looks like Keelan Wayne is going to stay in the game here as Richardson lines up under center. It will be a pass play. It's a quick throw to the outside, caught by Kruger, but he is not into the end zone. 2nd and goal coming up. They come out now with Nick Chubb lined up at running back. Do we give it to our power back? No, we don't. It's a play fake, and he gets sacked by Micah Parsons back to the 7. That sets up a 3rd and goal. Richardson back in shotgun again. Keelan Wayne is lined up in the backfield. Richardson immediately has to run, gets sacked, fumbles the ball, and Dallas has recovered. And it does not appear that we're going to get a challenge here, and yeah, there is no reason for one. He was definitely not down. Our defense would manage to get us the ball back, but it's a minute 45 to go, down by 10. We'll see if we can pull off a miracle. Richardson dropping back to pass, throwing to the outside, caught by Kruger, and he will fight for about a 9-yard gain. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Keelan Wayne is lined up in the backfield. From the 49-yard line, he will drop back and look to pass. He's going to throw this to the outside, and that is a diving deflection. Now that sets up a 3rd and 1. Richardson back in shotgun again, will drop back. A quick throw will be caught by Duval for the 1st down. We are obviously not trying to burn any of our timeouts because we will need to get the ball back somehow. 1st and 10 from the 48. Richardson will drop back. Another quick throw and a diving reception. And now Dallas has burned a timeout because they have an injury. Toronto kind of catching a lucky break there. 2nd and 6 from the 44. Richardson back in shotgun. Keelan Wayne is lined up at running back again. He will drop back. It's going to be a screen to the outside. Caught by Wayne. Gets to the edge. Follows his block. Breaks a tackle. And will set up a 3rd and 1. Still have not burned any of our timeouts. Down to about 50 seconds to go. Richardson drops back. Going deep downfield. And that'll be caught by Sidney Peters. And now we burn our first timeout with 45 seconds to go. So now we are definitely just going to need to get an onside kick. 1st and 10 from the 19. Richardson will send Dylan Kruger in motion. Now he sends him right back. He will take the snap and look to go to the end zone, hopefully. Never mind. He throws underneath, caught by Jamison Williams, and will burn our 2nd timeout. 2nd and 2 from the 11. In a shotgun set again. Keelan Wayne still the running back. He'll drop back, look to pass, going downfield. He finds his man, and that's a touchdown to Brian Duval. So it now comes down to this. We only have 1 timeout left, so we need the onside kick. It is in the air. Dallas does miss it. No one can get through, and finally the Cowboys will recover it. Well, it looks like we had a real chance to get that onside kick, but obviously we could not recover it. Dallas gets out of here with a win, 27-24. Ben Richardson played a solid day besides the fumble, went 30 for 38, 313 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Running the ball, Isaac Guerrero apparently got hurt. Are you kidding me? 13 carries for 39 yards, and now we're down another running back. Receiving, Brian Duval 8 for 80 and a touchdown, Jamison Williams 7 for 63, and Dylan Kruger 6 for 42 and a score, and then Sidney Peters 6 for 111 and a touchdown. Tracy Wilcox led the team in tackles with a total of 10, and then in sacks we got 1 from Wilcox and 1 from Tony George, our rookie, which is great to see, but we got no interceptions. Dak Prescott did not have a terrific day, but it did get the job done. 17 for 27, 220 yards and a score. Austin Bell, 15 for 52 and a touchdown. Dak Prescott also ran in for a score. And then receiving, CeeDee Lamb, 5 for 62, and Devon Stewart, 4 for 27, and that just insane touchdown catch. Well, we are going to get at least one more game in today, and it's going to be week 4 against the Minnesota Vikings, who are 1-2, just like us on the season, but we do have some player upgrades first. Starting with Zach Harrison, who was one of our first round picks, I believe in the second draft that we had. We are going to upgrade the speed rusher trait though, and he is going to end up getting +2 to awareness, 2 to block shed, 1 to finesse, 1 to hit power, 2 to play rec, 1 to power, and 1 to tackle. And then we have our rookie safety Lyle Blue, who we took in the second round this year. We're going to upgrade his zone coverage, and he's going to end up getting a few attributes here: 1 to awareness, play rec, 2 to tackle, and 1 to zone. In this game against Minnesota, we will be taking on JJ McCarthy, who is a 79 overall at quarterback. Running back is going to be an 83 in Rachaad White. Over at wide receivers, a 98 Justin Jefferson and an 89 Jordan Addison. At tight ends, a 90 overall in TJ Hawkinson. Left tackle is a 93. Left guard's a 75. Center's an 81. Right guard's going to be a 77. And right tackle is a 75. Over on the defensive side of the ball, they have an 81 overall at left end. At right end will be a 69. Defensive tackle is a 73. Outside linebacker is an 82. Middle linebacker is going to be an 82 as well. And right outside linebacker is an 81. At corner, they have an 81 in Byron Murphy. And then at safety, an 85. And strong safety is going to be another 80. Hopefully, this one will actually be our rebound game. We are higher rated than these guys. So let's jump into this game and see if we can't pick up a win here in Toronto. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty rainy day here as the Vikings get the ball first and have driven all the way down to our 14-yard line on their very first drive of the game. It's a 1st and 10. He's going to send Hawkinson in motion just to send him back. Now McCarthy will drop back and look to pass. Firing over the middle, finds his man, and that's going to set up a 1st and goal at the 1. They're going to go back under center. Rachaad White is lined up at running back. He's going to send his tight end in motion. He will line up on the other side of the line here. Now he takes a snap, gives it to Rachaad White, who can walk into the end zone completely untouched. On our very first drive of the game, it's a 3rd and 1 at the Vikings 36. Can we keep this drive moving? By the way, Isaac Guerrero is injured for the next 4 weeks, so we're back to rolling with Keelan Wayne at running back. A quick throw to the outside will be caught for the 1st down. It's Sidney Peters. So the drive does stay alive. Now the 31-yard line. From under center, we fake it to Keelan Wayne. Now Richardson going downfield, finds his man, and that'll be Antoine Edmonds, our backup tight end, down to the 4-yard line. It'll be a shotgun set on the very next play. He'll take the snap and give it to Keelan Wayne, who goes up the middle and won't find much space. They do give him a couple yards. 2nd and goal, now the 2. Richardson back in shotgun, will take the snap. It's a handoff to Keelan Wayne up the middle, who will dive into the end zone, and we should tie this game up. Oh, and we will gladly take this. During simulation on their next drive, JJ McCarthy gets picked off by Braxton Cunningham. A couple plays later, we are now in the 2nd quarter. It's a 3rd and 4, and a quick throw will be caught for the 1st down by Jamison Williams. Now on a 1st and 10, Richardson back in shotgun again. Looks like Keelan Wayne is still lined up at running back. We're going to send Dylan Kruger in motion. Never mind, he's going to go right back. Richardson will drop back to pass, and a quick throw to the outside will be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 19. Richardson back in shotgun. Wayne is still the running back again. We'll drop back. It's a quick throw to the outside, and it's caught by Duval, but they give him no gain on the play. So that sets up a 3rd and 10. He's lined up in shotgun again. Wayne still the running back. We're going to send, it looks like, Dylan Kruger in motion. Now he'll drop back and look to pass. Run to the outside. He throws on the run, and that is dropped by Dylan Kruger, and it should bring out our kicker. So here comes Glenn Griffin for about a 36-yard try. The kick is away, and we have a 3-point lead. We now jump much later into the 2nd quarter, where it's a 3rd and 12 from the 49. Still a 3-point game. Toronto has the ball. And Richardson will look to pass. He's going deep downfield, and that one will be caught by his man. It's Brian Duval down to the 12-yard line. Richardson comes back in shotgun again. It's a new set of downs. He'll drop back. It's going to be a screen to the outside. That is caught by Keelan Wayne, who gets to the edge, breaking tackles and fighting his way down to the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. It'll be a shotgun set for the Thunderbirds now. Can Richardson get off a quick pass to the end zone? He will be looking for one. And a man open, touchdown Toronto, and that one goes to Jamison Williams. Minnesota would then get a field goal right before halftime to make it 17-10. We have the ball here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 3rd and 6 at the Vikings 45. Richardson back in shotgun. Will drop back to pass. He's going to fire over the middle. He finds Jamison Williams for the 1st down. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Keelan Wayne is lined up in the backfield. Will we give it to him? We send Antoine Edmonds in motion. That's our backup tight end, and he will go line up at receiver for this play as Richardson will draw back, and he'll actually find Edmonds for a solid gain here and giving us another first down. The next play would be a 5-yard run from running back Keelan Wayne, so it brings up a 2nd and 5 from the 18. Richardson back in shotgun will draw back to pass, and he fires underneath. That'll be caught for the first down. It's Sidney Peters to about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Toronto. And Richardson back in a shotgun set again. He's going to send a man in motion. He'll take the snap and look to pass. He's throwing to Sidney Peters on the outside, and that one will fall incomplete. Now that brings up a 2nd and goal. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. We'll take the snap, hand off to Keelan Wayne. And Wayne going up the middle will fight his way down about the 4-yard line. Another shotgun set. Richardson will take the snap and looks to pass. He's going to try to take off. Never mind. He's throwing to the end zone in the back corner. He finds Brian Duval. Touchdown, Toronto. The Vikings are trying to make this a 1-score game on their next drive. They've driven down to the 19 as we start the 4th quarter. He's going to throw this one to the end zone. He finds his man. Touchdown, Minnesota. On our next drive is a 3rd and 4 from the 42-yard line. About 8 minutes to go. Can we keep this drive moving? He's going to throw this to the outside, caught by Duval, who breaks that tackle, has the first down, and is brought down to the 35. So our drive will continue here. Richardson back in shotgun. Keelan Wayne lined up at running back as Richardson will drop back to pass. He's firing this downfield, and that one's going to get deflected away, intended for Jameson Williams. That brings up a 2nd and 10. Richardson back in shotgun. Keelan Wayne still in the backfield, and that's where we go with it. And Wayne is met immediately. That's a loss of 1. Thankfully, this should still be field goal range for us, so we could make it a 2-score game, but I would love to just convert and keep this drive moving. On 3rd and 11, it's a screen to Dylan Kruger, and that may not be field goal range anymore. That was definitely a decision on that play call. So now a 57-yard try to try to give us a 10-point lead. Glenn Griffin kicks this one, and it is good. Our defense is facing a 3rd and 12 here. Can we get them off the field? McCarthy at a shotgun. We're bringing a blitz. He's rolling to the outside under pressure. He is hit as he's throwing it away, and they should punt it back to us. Or, I'm completely wrong. They do have all 3 timeouts, but they are going to go for it here at their own 28-yard line. McCarthy will drop back to pass. Standing in the pocket. Now he's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked all the way back to the 13 by Zach Harrison. That will set up a 1st and 10 for Toronto with a chance to put this game away. Richardson will drop back to pass. A quick throw to the outside. Caught by Duval, and he's out of the 8. Brings up a 2nd and 5 for Toronto. Richardson back in shotgun will drop back to pass again. He's going to the outside. It's once again Duval, and this time he has the first down at the 2. Now we come out in a power formation as Nick Chubb is lined up at running back. Do we go to him on this play? From under center, we play fake to Chubb, and he's going to get sacked all the way back at the 9. That play really just needs to come out of our playbook. We tried it against Dallas and got sacked. We tried it here and got sacked. It just doesn't work. 2nd and goal from the 9. A quick throw to the outside. Caught by Jameson Williams, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. Minnesota is not going to go away quietly, though. In simulation, they drive right downfield and get a touchdown to make it 34-24. They would go for an onside kick that was recovered by Toronto. They still have all 3 timeouts here. We have hit the 2-minute warning. Now a 3rd and 2 from the 41. A quick throw to the outside. Caught by Duval, and he gets the first down before stepping out of bounds. 1:57 to play. Back in a shotgun set, Minnesota still has all 3 timeouts because Duval went out of bounds on that play. It's a handoff to Keelan Wayne, and Wayne to the outside has the first down and more across the 20 all the way down to the 18-yard line. 1:51 remaining in a shotgun set. Looks like Wayne is still going to be in at running back as we send Sidney Peters in motion. He fakes the toss to Peters, hands off to Wayne up the middle, and now they burn their 2nd timeout. I mean, there is a chance the Vikings will get the ball back here. 2nd and 7 from the 15. He takes a snap, hands off to Wayne, who goes up the middle. Wayne breaking tackles and fighting his way to set up a 3rd and 1 as they burn the final timeout. A first down here officially just wraps up the game. Ben Richardson lines up under center. Keelan Wayne is in the backfield, and he will drop back and actually looks to pass on this play. He throws to the outside, caught by Keelan Wayne, has the first down, and we will get our 2nd win on the season. This was a very well-played game from our quarterback, Ben Richardson. I believe he ended up with 3 passing touchdowns, but I could be wrong on that number because my memory is not great, but we get the win, and that's the important thing. Yeah, he played pretty well today. 28 of 40 for 259 and 3 touchdowns. Running the ball, Keelan Wayne actually filled in really nicely for Keaton Mitchell, who we should be getting back very soon. 17 carries for 71 yards and a touchdown. And then receiving, Brian Duval, 9 for 87 and a score, and Jameson Williams, 7 for 66 and 2 touchdowns today. It looks like leading our team in tackles is Kobe Bryant and Austin Acosta, who both came away with 6. We only got 1 sack, and that was from Zach Harrison, and essentially the one that sealed the game away. And we got an interception from rookie Braxton Cunningham. Quarterback JJ McCarthy goes 20 for 28, 218, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And then running the ball, they really could not do a whole lot. Rachaad White only got 6 carries for 28 yards and a score. And then receiving TJ Hawkinson 8 for 74, and Jordan Addison ended up with 2 touchdowns. Well, we're at least back to getting 2 games done in a single episode for this episode, and that's where this is going to wrap up. In the next one, we will jump in here in week 5 as we take on the 3-1 New York Giants.